Hello everyone. Just turn my phone off here. Okay, everyone's here. Wonderful. Still a few minutes early, so I'll wait till the correct time. 3 more minutes. Hi Elaine, Tangil, Marina, Michelle, lots of people. Oh, want to know what's on for next year? Okay. Wow, lots of people. Hello Amanda, Sarah's, Elaine. I'm good, thank you. So wait for a few. Hello, Raleigh. Waiting for a few minutes still, and then I'm going to do some card readings, and then I'll do some crystal ball prophecy. And look, I brought my very big crystal ball tonight. Yeah, needed an extra big one. Hello, Kim, Danny. Oh, lots of people I don't know. That's good to have some new people. Yeah. The crystal ball, yeah, it's huge, isn't it? It's huge. Yeah. That's an amazing crystal ball. Mostly I just use this little one, but the other ones are amazing. Yeah. Okay, no, I can't. I usually have. All right, just let me try. Is that helping with the sound anymore? That's as far as I can go with the sound. I haven't got my microphone with me that I had before. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Someone said, can anyone else hear me? Yeah, is that okay? Okay, thank you. Sorry, as I said, I knew I'd forgotten something today and I didn't bring the microphone, but I'll speak in here and it should be okay. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, where are we now? 8:29. Now I have to just get some water. I have to get more water because I tipped it over while I rearranged everything. Anyway, that's me today. It's been very strange energies. Hello, Victoria. Okay, yeah, there's been lots of dramas today. The last week or two have been heavy energies, difficult energies. And, you know, my daughter rang up just a while ago. Oh, you know, it's terrible. I feel, you know, so much heavy energy, and it is. I think it's the eclipse coming up and various things like that. So not much can be done. It should be gone in a few days. Yeah, I don't really understand all the astrology things, but I read what other people have written, and it does make sense always. It's just not the way I sort of work as such. So what I'm going to be doing is asking you to, for the readings, you can ask a question, but just make it a simple question, because I've only put out 3 cards, and hello Tracy, and the simpler they are, the more usually it's easier to get the correct answer for them. And just remember this is being recorded. It's so you don't want to ask something that you don't want the whole world to know. And so it's really better too just to ask for you, not about someone else, you know, unless it's something they couldn't identify the person with, okay? And, you know, I'm not going to predict terrible things for people, just so you know that. I mean, people do say, when am I going to die, this, that, the other, and I don't do those sort of readings. So I've got one, what do I need to escape from the darkness of my situation? Well, I'll look at that. As I said, it's could have many meanings, that one, but I'll look at them. As I said, sounds a simple question, but it's actually quite complex. And I'm just doing 3 card readings. Let me call in Rosette and Munro. At 9 o'clock, I'll be doing channeling, prophecy predictions. So this is just card readings for people now. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. So I've got in the past Imhotep, and it's important to keep up your meditations. And I get that you've been on a spiritual path already. You have to ask for assistance, family, friends, something like that. You really need some assistance in some way with the situation. Then probably you need to move. Then you'll go through a time when it will be a little bit difficult, but there will be light. This is the sarcophagus in the Great Pyramid. And then the final outcome is very good. That is showing you everything flowing. It's goddess Satis, which is also satisfaction as such. And it's new beginnings, wonderful things. So yeah, I find that I can't give you great detail, but yeah, you just have to make that move, ask for assistance, and you'll get there. Okay? And all right, will I find my soulmate? Now I couldn't see who that was, but hopefully you remember your question. I mean, I'm sure you do. No one else asked for a soulmate. My God, I got the same cards back. I did shuffle them, and I got the same cards back. Let me see. No, not all of the same ones. You have to ask the angels and goddess Osset for the assistance with this. And your soulmate isn't going to come soon, like in the next couple of months. And really you're wanting a divine star soulmate. That's what I call soulmates, are people you've known in past lives. You've met lots of soulmates. What you need is a divine star soulmate. And you will meet one eventually, but it will be like perhaps April, May next year at the earliest. And then you have to go very slowly with the relationship. Check him out, and then it'll be good. Okay? Okay. They're going quite quickly. That's the problem with these. Do I see a future with you and your partner, Tracy? I shuffle in a strange way. It's just the way I do it. It's the way Osset likes me to do it. And I don't do it in any beautiful way. It's just the way that I do it. Okay. I lost the other one. I can't remember now. I shook so hard. I only read half of that, Nicole. Who would be best to concentrate on spirituality? I feel drawn to Kuan Yin but I'd love to know your my thoughts or messages. Well, with the Kuan Yin, she's a beautiful, beautiful goddess, and you probably saw her message the other day on the Facebook, and it was a beautiful message, and I love to channel her. Always if I'm really feeling a bit down or something, I call on Kuan Yin and she comes. And I used to teach Kuan Yin healing course. It was beautiful. Well, one day I'd channel her and give initiations. I should do that again. And I think she's a mother goddess, or Set's a mother goddess. And Sarasvati and Lakshmi are both mother goddesses as well. So I think what you need to focus on is a mother goddess. And it doesn't mean you have to choose one and you can't be with the others. But if some people, like I was drawn to Oset, that's my main focus, but I still love Kuan Yin. So I don't think you have to make a choice. You just have to focus on one for a while, and then when the time's right, you'll be guided to follow about someone else. But it's definitely one of the mother goddesses, the kind of more benevolent ones at present, okay? And, yep, and a beautiful one comes up, Sashisha eventually, and that's a goddess I connect with to do with Akashic Records. A little bit of like a female version of Tehuti, and she's very good. And yeah, so connecting with her, okay? She can tell you lots of things. Okay. Oops, it's not moving. Right, Rasara, will your daughter and family be self-sufficient in the near future? Okay, let me have a look. Well, shows them in the past have been through a little bit of a difficult time, and you've probably had to help them. And this card comes up for the present, which is the scarab coming out of the darkness into the light. So yeah, it looks like things are changing for them. And then we see Kanam, the creator god. Well, you might not want more little babies in the family, but he creates babies. But he's also bringing new things to people, okay? And Tehuti is looking longer term, and the longer term is smoother. So yeah, they're coming out of the darkness into the light, but it will be at least 3 months before they're self-sufficient, okay? Thank you. Talitha, any spiritual guidance for you? Okay, yeah, it looks like you sort of feel a bit stuck at the moment, and it's a little bit hard to move on in your life. So yeah, it's a time of inward looking for you, and I'll see if Oiset's got a message. Dear one, you must keep the faith. You must realize you're a spiritual person, living on this earth planet as such, and we all know that. And so focus on the earth as well as your spirit, and all will be well. And it will be about 4 or 5 months before things that you're going through now will resolve. But keep the faith, I guess, is what the goddesses are saying, and what Goddess Oset is saying, okay? And you should learn a system of reading cards, Okay, that's what I'm told. And how old am I? That's my secret. Older than you think. Older than you think. I'm very old. Do I see a future for you and your partner? Yes, I do, definitely. Definitely. The good card comes out of March, so that's always favourable for signing contracts, marriages. Might not happen straight away, and that's okay. That's the air spirit. But long-term relationship would be very good. It's a divine star soulmate relationship. This is Goddess Hathor. So they're brilliant cards to get together. So yeah, I think you should continue on there. Okay. Do I see you starting your own healing? This is for Alicia. Healing business next year. The thing is, you can start, but how will you will it succeed? I guess is another thing. We'll look at all of that. Yes, you will. It's going to take a little bit of time still, so don't rush into it. But you are spiritually protected, so that's always a good card, Necbet, to receive. And it shows you've come a long way on your spiritual path and your healing path. And energy healing shows that, yeah, you'd be very good at energy healing, and it's always very positive for healing yourself or for healing others. And then I get Giza Plateau, and that indicates a long time for me. You know, the Giza Plateau's been there thousands, countless thousands of years. So yeah, we'll succeed and be successful. Okay. Brian, will I mend bridges with my sons? Okay. Yes, you will. That's very good, Brian. It's going to take a little bit of time, but yeah, the card that comes up in the future is Nephilim, which is renewal and rebirth. So you'll have a chance to get together and talk and start again with your sons. Yeah, there will be a little bit of emotions coming up. This is happy, the water spirit, so that always means a little bit of emotions. But you have to let your feelings sort of settle down a little bit and just stick with it. And yeah, you will be successful, it will be good. Okay. We'll see Catherine. Will things improve for me in terms of my work and love life in the near future? I think you could have a relationship but I'm not sure it would last a long time. So I don't see a permanent relationship happening just very soon. But you will meet someone, but I'm not sure it's the right person that you want to really be with. For your work, let me see. Yeah, you will get long-term work that will be good for you, but it's not going to happen like straight away. It will take a few months, I'm told. Yeah. But you should start looking, and like by May next year, a lot of things will have changed for you and greatly improved. Okay, and when that's happened, it'll be very easy to draw a beautiful long-time partner to you. Okay. See what else. Vanja, I'm on the right path and vibration. Yes, you are. You're on the right vibration, that's for sure. And the energy healing vibration comes up. And I don't think you can really be on the wrong vibration, if you're on a spiritual path. But some are higher than others. So yeah, you have got a high vibration. But there's something you need to change with your studies and your spiritual path. There's something you need to look at. And you shouldn't be asking me, are you on the right path, if you are certain you're on the right path. So no, I don't think you are completely. But you can stay there for now. But after a little while, you'll decide it's too hard and you'll move to something else. Okay? Aisha, when will I meet my divine soulmate, and will he already have children? Yeah, you will meet someone, but it's not going to happen straight away, as I always keep saying to people. And it just is the difficult energies at the moment. But in about 2 months, I think you'll meet someone. And in about 3 months, you'll definitely connect up with someone. I can't say if he's already got children. I can't see that. I can just see you connecting up with someone who is a little bit older. So let me have a look. I think he will have children, but they won't be like a large part of his life. Like he'll have children, but they're with his other wife. His wife. Okay, so he will have children, but it won't be something that will cause a problem for you as such. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Marianne, love your energy, thank you. Would love a card, please. Any guidance on feeling settled? I'll ask Rosette and the cards what you need to do. I can understand you're not feeling settled at the moment, because Ptah comes up and you're on a new path and a different path now. So you are going to feel a little bit unsettled, but it's because Ptah is working with you. He's very high vibrational. He's god of the universe, the Egyptian god of the universe. So you're on a soul path now, which is good. And I feel this card comes up for longer term, and it would have to be after about 5 or 6 months, I think. And the goddess Satis comes up, and when Satis is there, you feel joyful, happy, everything flows. So yeah, I do feel that you will, in 4 or 5 months, feel much more settled. But it's not to say you won't soon feel more settled. It's a matter of doing meditations and calming yourself down and breathing, all those things. But you'll be on a path that you'll be very happy with at that time. Okay? Tracy, no, I'll do Sunday. I'm not sure what direction I need to go in. I've felt lost all year. Well, just as a generalisation, I think a lot of people have felt lost all year this year. It's been a difficult year. It's been that vibration. But I'll look at it. Yeah. So it's a little bit what path do you want to go on. When I look at the future, it says Osset Temple, so you have to come and study or work with Goddess Osset yourself. But you do need to go on a healing path. And it's like Goddess Bus comes up, and yeah, nothing permanent's happening at the present time. So the cards just are talking about you finding some stability. I can't get this from the cards. I'll have to look in my crystal ball. That's quite a big question. What direction do I need to go into? Well, you have to follow a more spiritual path, for sure. And you need to work with the goddesses, not just the angels or crystals, whatever you're working with, the goddesses. Any of the mother goddesses are calling you. And when you do that, you'll feel much happier. And things will settle down long term. And again, I think at the moment it's the energy of the eclipse and lots of things at the moment. This year, an increase the last couple of weeks, been difficult for people, so everything's happening. But for you, 3 to 4 months will be a great improvement, but it's the meditation that needs to happen. Studying healing would be a good idea. Okay. That's a big one for a little bit, Celia. I'll look at that. Almost finished. Last one. So you've been through a time of feeling not connected to your partner, not connected to lots of things you've been doing. That's Goddess Nui, the time of separation. Comes up, you would do well to have some healing sessions, because your energy is very out of balance. It's not enough energy down at your feet. You're not connected enough to the earth, even if you do physically connect with the earth. Sashisha comes up creating and writing. So have you looked at creating and writing? And then Nephesis comes up. So it's like you're going through a time of having to reinvent yourself. You've already been on not a full spiritual path, but on a path of looking at yourself. But there's a deeper path you need to go on now. And also to look at your past lives would be interesting. You've had many lives on a spiritual path, and that is your ultimate path in life. And as a mother, you're a good mother, I'm told. It is just your confusion that making you doubt yourself. You know, the confusion about your path. Okay? Yeah. All right. I think that's it. All right. All right, I'll do one more for Irma. Okay, so at the moment, this card shows up Imset as spirit where you're feeling a bit spacey. I think that's probably quite likely. Then the week comes up, things are going to be slow for you for a little bit, taking time to feel connected. And then again, in about 3-4 months, everyone's 3-4 months, yeah, I see healing occurring and things starting to really balance out in your life. It could be quicker, it could be 2 months. Yeah, so, but really your future is good. It's just some things in your astrology chart that could need to be looked at or considered. You don't have to look at it, but consider there's just some things that you're going through at the present time. But it will all be good. Okay, thank you. It's hard to give a detailed reading just when you're doing it so quickly, but I hope those help. Okay, now I'm going to do some prophecy. So I brought a little black crystal ball in, and I also had my little ball. The big one's sitting there, but it's too big to use. So I'm going to look at the year ahead, what we need to know about the year ahead. And I already had a quick look today. I've got it and received a lot of information, which I didn't record, so I have to try and remember now. That's it. When I go into trance, and that's it. It comes in, and if I don't record it, it's gone. Well, I have it there, but it's not like I can write it down. I did look at the months ahead, and this is for the world in general. It's going to be an up and down year. It's going to be a very up and down year. And if you're looking for a month where things are very difficult, it will be June next year. And I've been told that quite a lot, that it's for me, for other people, there's something about June next year that's going to create difficulties. But on the whole, the year next year will be better than this one, I promise you. Okay? Will be better. Okay, I'll call in Osset and see what message she's got for you. I am Osset. I am the Mother Goddess. I am also a goddess of love. I am also a goddess of healing, divination, and magic. So never underestimate my power. And this is what you all need to know, dear ones. You need to step into your own power. And as you step into your own power, many changes will happen for you. Many changes will happen for you. Now, next year we are in a 5 year. Now this is my year. I am a 5 vibration. I am Osset. Now, this doesn't mean life will be wondrously easy for everyone. There's going to be a lot of concern early next year about the virus continuing and ending, and vaccines, all those sort of things. And that will take up to about April, and that'll be the main topic of conversation in the news. And then that will all go and be gone, okay? And the virus will be gone, the vaccine will be in, everyone will, well, some people will be happy, some people won't, who don't. So I've got out of touch with Oisette there, let me go back in. Yeah, so things will just be settling down by May, and then something's going to start to happen in about June. We will let Nostradamus do that one. We will let Nostradamus do that one. But we promise you smoother sailing next year. We promise you smoother sailing. But like all the gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt, you must pray constantly. You need not pray to us. You may pray to your own gods and goddesses, but you must pray and you must meditate. And these are the things the people of Earth need to understand. They follow, you see, the people on Earth. They follow the leaders on Earth, and they hang to their every word. And yet the leaders, what are they worth? They never meditate. They have no spiritual knowledge or awareness. So we need to withdraw. We need to withdraw from the connection to the Earth and to the people who are just based on basic ways of living. And this will be a year when many people will do that. So whenever we start on a spiritual path as individuals, as a group, there is some big shift. It is not comfortable for those around you, but you will find that many people will go back on the spiritual path from May, June, July onwards. So it is about July and August, many good things will start to happen on the earth. Okay, that's all Osette's got to say. I'll see who else wants to come in. I'll ask Lakshmi about money. She's very good on predictions with money. Well, I am Lakshmi. I was coming a little bit closer. And we cannot say all will be well for everyone in the world next year. This is a difficult time on Earth, and it will remain difficult to February and even March on a financial level. And in February, agreed, often there is a panic from overspending, all these things in the Western world, and that will be accelerated then, and people looking for work. So you cannot expect it will be wonderful then. But the new energy starts to come in from May onwards. And this is an energy that brings a lot of change, a lot of growth, and growth in financial and stability of the world. The world has gone through great trauma. Many people have gone through much trauma and poverty, much poverty. But we see that the world has learnt many lessons, and many people have started to examine their lives and themselves. So you'll find a different vibration next year in your world, very different vibration. And as people start to work together, as many have over this last year, as people start to work together, you'll find ways of creating abundance that you'd never thought of before, and working in unison with people and other people and governments. And there will be a lot of shifts in governments next year, lots of shifts in government. And when the governments of the world change, it will bring in positive change. This is all the main, like USA, UK, all the countries will, well, we know USA are changing. It will bring positive for abundance, but it will take till about June to start to see that flow of abundance coming for others. and lessen the fear that so many people have in the world at the moment. Okay. And has anyone got a specific question for me to look at in regard to the year ahead? I was going to channel Nostradamus and no, I can't do any more private ones now. I'm not doing any more private ones, so it's no good putting little questions here. I'm going to get out my big crystal ball now and bring in Nostradamus. He likes a black crystal ball, so I've got a little black crystal ball. And this is actually better, have a white and a black crystal ball. The black tends to show the negative, but that's what Nostradamus always saw. And the clear quartz tends to show more positive. So the goddess is always like that, and Nostradamus likes the darker ones. With Nostradamus, when I wrote for the Australian each year for the stocks and shares, and I had no idea, I never follow stocks and shares, I had no idea anything about them. But he'd give me all these answers, and they published in the paper, and mine were always far more correct than everyone else's, all the experts on the stocks and shares. And sometimes I was correct, but they didn't actually look up what I said was going to happen. So it was very interesting to do that. Get my scrying mirror. So, black obsidian, sorry. Scrying mirror. Welcome. We cannot tell you all will be well next year because, Elisabeth, you know it will not always be well. He tells me these things. He's much more down to earth. And yes, I am down to earth. And that's how it was in my life, you see. And I have been preparing for this day for a long time. I mean, this day on earth, this time on earth, this darkness, this famine, this virus that fear riddles the planet. And many people die of depression and starvation, far more than die of the virus, you see. And it is a tragedy what humans have done to each other. It is a great tragedy what humans have done to each other. And we are in despair at humans and their way of working and looking at things and considering only themselves. So there is nothing that can make this world into a beautiful place suddenly. And even more money will not make this world into a beautiful place. For there is always the greedy ones. There is always the greedy ones. There is always the dark magic. There's always many things. And we say, you would like to know about vaccinations, probably would. You would probably like to know about vaccinations. We will tell you in a moment. Yes, as you all know, the vaccinations are near. And everyone then is nervous about the vaccinations. Now, we were a doctor, and we worked with the Black Plague. And we had ways of working with the Black Plague that the other doctors did not have. And even today, we can see and predict things that would work without using vaccinations. But that is not the way of your world. That is not the way of your world. We have already given you that advice, Elisabeth, and it worked well for you and others. But the rest of the world must use vaccinations. There is no other way for it. You see, it is partly vaccinations and partly political pressure. So there will be no more travel and no lessening of pressure until the vaccinations have arrived and are being used. And yes, then the fear will leave and the virus will leave. Anyway, let me say, and we told Elisabeth before, but she can't remember now. But she said we told her about the vaccinations. I'll have to tap it into that. We do not advise some vaccinations and we do the others, you see. And these are the vaccinations that each country made for the coronavirus, the COVID-19. And we say vaccines produced in Australia doesn't matter who produces them, they will be safe. And that is because the people who produce them use them for themselves and their families. There was no double way of making the vaccines, so they will be safe in Australia. We would not recommend UK vaccinations. We told Elisabeth that before, and we still have not given her the answer, but we would not recommend them until a period of time has passed, perhaps to about June, and then we would use them. So there may be some difficulty at first, so we would recommend you do not rush for them. USA, we are not sure. We do not wish to state on USA. There are different ones, and one type might be okay, but many will not be okay. And again, you need to take time. Do not be the first to have those vaccinations. And then when you do, you will be okay, but leave it for some time. And I'm just doing the big places. We would not recommend you use a vaccine in India, made in India or made in China, and particularly not the China ones. They have two vaccines, you see, and one is good, one is not so good. So we would not suggest you take the vaccines from or buy them into the country or sell them. Okay. Now, what else? Didn't realise there's all these questions. Sorry if I upset you, anyone. This is what I receive. This is what I receive. Okay? It's channeled and it's not coming from me. Yeah. And Nostradamus is always down to earth. And he's usually correct. He's usually correct. Okay? So I just have to follow him. Okay. Money in next year. Well, money goes and money comes, you see. And it is, you would say that the government in Australia is in difficulty now, but we do not see a great crash coming in the economy. It is not coming because they have their ways of manipulating the money, so it will not be a great crash. It will come a time early next year where it will get difficult in Australia, perhaps in England. It will be more difficult, but it will not be a major like depression throughout all the world. So there will be difficulties on many levels in governments, and there will also be some, in about June, July onwards, there will be some earthquakes that will greatly affect the world. We are not sure where the earthquakes are at this present time. It will be Asia, but some islands in perhaps Philippines. There will not be more things happening in Japan. There will not be more great dramas for earthquakes in Japan. There may be a small one in a moderate one in China, where there have been earthquakes in the past. There will not be one in Australia. Well, there are often little ones. There will be little ones. There will not be a large one with a lot of loss of life. There may be little ones, but nothing catastrophic. And what about fires? What about fires? No, it will not be so many fires in Australia or in US. There will be fires in Australia in December and January, but it will not be like everywhere else. Everywhere else, it will not be widespread. It will not be widespread like last time. There will be rain. There will be rain that will come, and it will not be widespread. So you do have a more peaceful year lined up. It is just the clearing up and still the resettlement from this year of the burning fires and the virus that are going to go over into next year. But in general, there will not be like some huge disastrous thing happening in your world for the next year. It is just difficulties, and perhaps will be difficulties with governments. It is more difficulties and arguments with governments and threats of war that it will be coming up in June. But we do tell you, if you stay calm, it will settle. If you stay calm, it will settle. Okay. If anyone wants to ask anything on a bigger level, I'll answer it, but not. Oh, look, so many questions here. But I can't just answer every day. Yeah, once. Okay. I do private readings. I do private readings if you want them. Okay. Going back now to Amun-Ra, the creator god of miracles from ancient Egypt. Yes, dear ones, I'm the creator god of miracles. I work with Osset, and together we are planning to heal this world. We are planning to heal this world. And the way we will do it is with healing, with energy vibrations. And this whole energy of the earth is going to be raised up. The whole energy of the earth is going to be raised up over the coming year. And especially next September, October, there will be a mass awakening of many people on a beautiful spiritual path. And Elisabeth already told you this, but I see it being amazing. I see it as being amazing. Now, it will not just be the Egyptian deities that will work to do this, but we will assist the other deities to bring this to people. So this time next year, there will be joy in your heart of most persons. There will be joy in the heart. And we are working to bring a kinder humanity to earth, a kinder humanity to earth. And not everyone thinks this is good, but we are working with the young people, and so the mothers birth babies that are kind babies, beautiful babies, and know how to nurture those babies. And eventually your world will change. Eventually your world will change. And it will not happen in 5, 10, 15 years. But in 30, 40 years, yes, indeed, the world will change. It will have a big rebirth. But now is the ending time, and soon will come the good changes time. But changes take time, otherwise it will be too difficult for the people of Earth to cope with. And we have seen that this year has made many look deeper. They have struggled, but they have had more time to look around and reconsider their lives. So yes, once you recover from the difficult economy, there will be no stopping you. But we would say on a spiritual path, many people only start to really become on that path in June, July, August, and September onwards. Now, we will do a short meditation. And Osset's come in as well. And she's putting some beautiful light over everyone. Her beautiful blue light. And she puts beautiful blue light over you, all her blue light. She's saying never to stop believing in miracles. Many miracles are predicted for the coming year, especially from June onwards. So, all who feel lost at the present time, have had their life shaken up, will recover and start to create miracles. So you know, on a spiritual path, often you come to a spiritual path after you've had a difficult time. And so this will be what changes earth. This will be what? It will not be any government, it will not be any particular person. It will be the people themselves who decide they need a different way of life. And this time it will not all just be lip service and speaking nicely. It will be a better way of life. And Manra will talk again on the miracles. I'm telling you, in May, there will be some miracles that will be recorded in places. It may not be passed on to you, but there will be miracles happening. And they keep saying in India, miracles will happen with statues and beautiful things. But it will happen in little ways all over the world where people just have these experiences of, wow, how did that happen? I can't believe this. And so this is what we are working to create for you, a planet of miracles. So always believe in miracles. And if you trust that a miracle can happen any time, and you ask me, I'm the God of miracles and healing, I can create that for you. It will not be instant, but it will come. It always will come. And do not make it specific, well, you can make it specific, but be open to change and miracles coming in different ways to what you imagine. Okay. Prophecy. Yes, we did much prophecy in ancient Egypt. So we'll do a short prophecy for you. Dear ones, calm yourselves. There is so much sadness and stress in the world at the moment. So calm yourself. And now is the time to turn those difficult vibrations, which are the energy of change, unrest, of looking at things we've never looked at before, but planting the seeds of great change. You are lucky to be alive at this time. It is a good time on earth. It is not like 200 years ago. Life was very difficult then, and you have had a few things taken from you, but nothing compared to what they lost 200 years ago, to 1,000 years ago. So just be grateful for all the things you've got, all the many things you have. And this will bring, the attitude of gratitude as such, will bring more good things to you. And as you give to others, you help others, perhaps with healing, perhaps with money, perhaps with just kindness. They are all very useful, and you can create a world of miracles. And we do see this world not going worse and worse and worse. We see it in a difficult time, then coming out. But it will take some time. But it is not just all going into a really, really difficult world and life. And we'll have the last message. There's going to be some things developed over the next couple of years, which will be really good in regard to health and joy. We cannot tell you how these will come about. It will be in both the mainstream medicine and alternative ways. So hold on to this and know that this is positive, and what once seemed impossible will become possible. You live in a world of abundance in reality, and it can be returned to abundance, equally spread abundance. And 50, 60 years, there will be those huge changes. Not yet 50, 60 years, but we are starting to sprout the seeds for the future. Now it's up to every person on earth to ask their gods and goddesses, angels, to assist and work together as a team. And when you do that, you will receive many, many blessings in your life. Thank you. Okay. So, the goddesses bring in a much different vibration from Nostradamus. He brings in, it's usually quite heavy, but that's the way personality, and that's the way he is. So I mix it up a little bit, and you can only take whatever he says, however you want to see it. And what else? Now, I will be doing an online course for 3 weeks, starting next Tuesday, the 1st. And you can look at it on Facebook or look at it on my website. Unfortunately, we're having trouble with the website at the moment with the PayPal. And so if you go there, they haven't got the little PayPal button, but if you go back up, you can see where you can pay and join the course. And it will be Facebook Live. And I'll be teaching how to use a crystal ball and a scrying mirror and do a little bit of channeling and all of those things. Also applying it with the cards, which is always a good way to do it, with prophecy as well as the channeling, okay? And yeah, so it's for 3 weeks. It's for people who've done my courses, it's different to what I've taught in divination. It's different to what I've taught in divination or other courses, okay? Except very advanced ones I don't teach now. So yeah, you're all welcome. And it does say you need the cards, my cards, and a crystal ball, but if you haven't got them, you can still get, you don't have to have them, or you've got time to get them. It's not essential, and they will be also recorded as well. I'm not doing any more in person ones because I've been up and down with all year with changing, and I've had to cancel my last couple of courses because of all the changes. So I'm just not setting any more in-person courses at present, and I will reconsider it a little bit later, but for now I'm just doing private consultations, and I do Zoom obviously, and I do in person, and some a little bit of online. Okay, so that's all for today, and thank you very much for watching. And this will be on Facebook later if you want to go back and look at it, anything. Thank you. Oh, there's a lot there.